Well, it's a sad day for freedom throughout the world. It's a sad day for freedom of speech. It's a sad day for freedom of the press. In particular, it's going to affect people like myself and even people like you, assuming, because after all, you're watching this on YouTube. YouTube has announced about 4 days ago that they're going to start to curb recommending conspiracy videos. So I'm going to go over this article that was published in USA Today. And, I mean, this is really nothing more than the mainstream media shutting down alternative voices. Now, if you have a different opinion, your opinion no longer counts. Your voice can't be heard. Everyone else in the world gets to have their voice heard. But if your story, your views go against the mainstream narrative, they're shutting you down. And Google also owns YouTube, and those are the two biggest search engines, and that's how people communicate today. Obviously, this is a win in some ways for people like myself, because this shows that what we're doing is working. We're affecting the minds of many people and waking people up. And people are starting to wake up so much that they're having to shut us down. This is the time that I always feared was going to come, and here we are. So let's go ahead and dive into this article. It says, YouTube responded to critics already right there. We've got to stop. What are they talking about? What critics? Who has been criticizing YouTube over conspiracy videos? Is it maybe the mainstream media? Mad because the alternative media is exposing them for the liars that they really are? It says, YouTube responded to critics who have long called on the Google company to clean up its recommendation engine and not offer conspiracy videos in suggested plays. YouTube said it will begin to reduce recommending borderline, this is quote, borderline content and content that could misinform users in harmful ways, such as videos promoting a phony miracle cure for a serious illness, claiming the earth is flat, or making blatantly false claims about historic events like 9/11. So, first of all, how could, if someone wants to make videos on the earth being flat, how is that misinforming people? How is it harmful, right? If people want to just talk about, if people want to talk about silly stuff, who is YouTube to decide that people shouldn't be able to talk about that stuff? And I can't stand when people are like, oh, well, it's a private company. They can do what they want on their platform. Well, yeah, I get that. But it's still sad to see this happening because it's obvious the people that they are allowing to spread nonsense is the mainstream media, while claiming the alternative media is the one that could be misinforming people. But when you look, there's so many cases of the media being wrong. Like, for example, my YouTube channel was deleted in March for covering some of the shootings, but what I got the most strikes for was the Charlottesville protest. I was examining photos and videos and just breaking it down like any type of investigative reporter or investigative journalist should do. So I proved that the media was wrong. All it took was watching some YouTube videos. So if they're going to take away people's ability to upload those videos, and you see that what the media does is they take footage and they chop it up, they edit it, and they push out their narrative, and they've gotten away with it for a very long time. until recently. Now people have been catching on to the media. So what they do is they do the same thing. They go and look at all the footage, not just what the media chopped and edited and presented to the people. They look at what people upload from their phone, unedited footage from just basic camera phone, and you can get the truth that way. You can get a lot more information because it's unbiased. It's just random people who happen to be there showing the footage. And, and in my case with Charlottesville, it showed that the media was lying. They could have did the same little bit of research I did to see that the story was very different. Same thing happened with the shooting in 2017 in Las Vegas. There was people with their phones, unedited footage. They were uploading it, and all kinds of stuff was getting deleted. And it was showing a shooter from a different area. So there's multiple shooters. So, we've got to have open conversation. We've got to have the ability to have an open conversation so that way the media can't run with some false narrative, because then you've got the alternative media who can call them out for it, and you've got to be able to hear both sides. We need to be able to hear, people like myself spend a lot of time exposing this stuff and figuring it out, and then we can dissect it and save someone hours. There's no way a normal person has the time to get home from work and dig through dozens of hours of footage on an event, so they just watch the 60-second news clip from the mainstream media and they think that's the story. But the alternative media has been showing otherwise, and they've been so successful. Let's keep on looking. Then they mentioned Alex Jones, how he's questioning the killings of Sandy Hook. But again, so the mainstream media has been wrong about all these things, and a lot of it can be easily proven. And that's what they're trying to shut down. This is not we're trying to help you find the truth. No, they're trying to cover up the truth. They're trying to eliminate people who are exposing the truth in the middle of their deception. It says YouTube was responding to public backlash after its trending videos tab gave a wide platform to clips that shared false or misleading information about breaking national news events like the high school shooting in Parkland or the mass shooting in Las Vegas. The thing is people can make up their own minds. If they're given the information, they can figure it out for themselves. But the media doesn't want people getting all the information. They just want people to get their own information. So when they say public backlash, that's not public backlash. Where is the public backlash? It doesn't say where this public backlash came from. It's because it came from the media. It's ridiculous, actually, because you can tell that the public wasn't freaking out about it or concerned about it, and the easy way to tell is you go on some of these conspiracy videos, and what you'll see is an overwhelming amount of them are likes, and few of them are dislikes. So that's the way YouTube's algorithm has always, as far as I know, figured out what to recommend. It goes off of viewing habits. If people watch the whole video, if they engage with it by commenting, by liking it, then Google knows it's a good piece of content, and they recommend it to other people. So, if everyone was disagreeing with the videos, then they would just downvote it, and then that would signal to YouTube to not suggest this video because the people don't like it. And that's how it works, and it's like a self-regulating system, because people will downvote the content, and that tells YouTube, hey, this is bad content. You don't need to adjust your algorithm to be the gatekeepers of what is and what isn't truth, especially when we've seen, look at the recent MAGA kids that with the hat that the media ran the story with the Native American getting surrounded by the kids, and then it later was found out, this is another great example, through footage from people that were there, they show that the Native American actually approached the kids. He's the one that approached the young kids and got up in their face. And they just stood their ground. So the media is constantly lying, and every time the alternative media is just showing that they're lying, and that's what this is all about. They're wanting to stop that down. They're saying it's gonna apply to less than 1% of the content on YouTube, but it's the important 1%. Even if that's true, it's probably not true, and that could always change in the future. But even if it is true, it's the important 1%. It's the 1% that of the content that's going to actually tell the masses the truth about what's really going on. And we need that in order to have a functioning society, especially if we're going to have a democracy where people vote on things. Well, if people vote, they need to be informed. They can't be informed if they're being misinformed by the mainstream media, and the technocrats that are controlling technology are limiting the alternative opinions that people have access to. So, you know, it goes into a little bit of details, really not much in here, but they definitely ended it with a bang right here. YouTube had resisted making wholesale changes to its algorithm due to concerns for free speech. So at the end of it, they want to save face, like, oh, we still stand up for free speech, but, you know, we've got to shut these conspiracy theorists down. It says, the network said the change, quote, strikes a balance between maintaining a platform for free speech and living up to our responsibility to users. Look, it isn't the users that are complaining about YouTube. It isn't the users that are complaining. It's the establishment. It's the media. It's because they're losing control of the narrative, because enough people have caught on now. We've been doing this for a long time. But the thing is the more times that they pull these tricks and the alternative media calls it out, the community, the amount of people that catch on and are starting to realize that the media, what's going on is growing. Those numbers are growing. People are watching the media less, they're trusting the media less, and they're going to the alternative media for their news. We have to fight back. There are alternatives that are being built right now on blockchains that are censorship resistant, and it's only a matter of time before these big tech giants lose their dominance in the space. So please do me a favor and like and subscribe to my channel before it's too late, because I don't know how much long. I mean, already no one's watching my videos because YouTube's algorithm, they're shadow banning me. So, you know, if you are watching this on YouTube, if you like it, subscribe, share, those things will help while I still have a fighting chance to get my message out to the world, because I've still got so much more, and I'm worried that I'm not going to be able to get it out to the world because of the stranglehold that these tech giants have. And until other solutions exist with mass adoption, we're entering into a really dark place, a bad time in history. And it's the time that people need to spread these ideas more than ever before. That's why it's crucial that you subscribe and share this video, and we must push back. We must resist this takeover and this complete domination of the world and prevention of free speech.